Welcome back to the latest episode of B6 and Beyond. We're here today for a special episode. I have got Albie from the Fulham Force on TikTok with me today to preview Fulham ahead of this weekend's fixture. Albie, how you doing, mate? You okay?
I'm all good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, can't complain. Feeling a bit rough, but we'll get through the episode. Right. So the first question from me, in regards to Fulham, it seemed like a very quiet transfer window for you this summer until literally right at the end where you signed Kevin. He looks a very exciting talent. I assume you're very happy with what you've seen from him so far.
More than happy. You know, for a player who hasn't actually scored or had an assist so far in the season and hasn't started, I think he's such a player to watch, and I think he's going to be a very, very good player for Fulham.
And you brought in Chukwueze on loan, didn't you, as well, from AC Milan, I believe. How's he got on?
Hasn't played a minute. Hasn't played a minute yet.
Any reason why?
I think for the first reason, he only come back from international break on the Thursday, and then we played the Saturday. But he was in training last week, so there was no reason for him not to play against the bus stop in Hounslow. So I don't know.
Interesting. So it's been, we say, a fairly decent start to the campaign for Fulham. You know, picking up a draw against Brighton away, which is a good point. The Man United points at home, that's a pretty decent point. You know, as much as Man United have the haters, they're still on a bad side, and they usually, correct me if I'm wrong, they usually turn you over at Craven Cottage.
Yeah, they do.
So that's a point gained at the end of the day, and then you've got two victories against Leeds and Brentford. So how did you play in these games?
Against the Leeds game, I think a draw was 100% deserved. I think it was 0-0 for 93 minutes, and then we got a lucky own goal. But against Brentford, I think we deserved more than the 3. I think we was fantastic in that game. A good performance from everyone against Brentford. So I was happy with the 6 points from those 2 games.
So what should we be expecting from this weekend from Fulham?
Do you know what? I think it will be a low scoring game, but I think the substitutions will change the game just like they did against Leeds. I think so. Yeah, I think towards the end of the game it will get a bit more interesting.
Okay, so who, if I had to ask you a question of who the danger man is and who we should be fearful of this weekend, who are you going to tell me we need to keep an eye on?
I think someone who will start, who will be dangerous. So I'm going to say Wilson. You know, he was brilliant against Brentford, and I think he'll definitely start again. And I think he'll be very good. But if you're talking about like later on in the game, I think when Kevin comes on again, I think he'll be the main man to watch.
He took his goal really well against Brentford, I thought, to be fair. It was a lovely finish. Yeah. I am a big fan of Harry Wilson and also Alex Iwobi. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. Myself, Iwobi, just a proper pro.
Fair enough. Yeah, he got a goal and assist against Brentford. So
what's the likely starting 11 for you this weekend?
So I think 100% we'll have Leno in goal, and then we'll have a back 4. I don't think Robinson's fit. I'm not sure. He was in training last week, and then he didn't even feature against Brentford. So I'm going to play it safe and go with Sessegnon at left back, Bassi and Anderson as the 2 centre backs, and Tete on the right back. And then the 2 midfielders will always be Lukic and Berger. And then up front, it might change, but I don't think it will. I think we'll have Iwobi and Harry Wilson on the wings. And then it's a toss-up. Honestly, it's a toss-up between King and Smith Rowe for the attacking midfielder position. Because obviously King didn't have a good start to the Brentford game. Obviously, he's the reason why we conceded the goal. But I think we'll stick with King. And then up front, I think we'll have Muniz again instead of Jimenez.
You must be excited about Josh King. He's a talent, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's a very good player. I think I just want people to watch Fulham and see how good he is, because honestly he's one of the best players we've got for his age as well.
What, 18 is he? Or is he
18, yeah, he'll be 19 soon, but yeah.
So what's your score prediction for the weekend?
I've gone with a 1-1. I think looking back at last season's fixture, we lost 1-0 when it was quite an early goal. I think we've only scored 1 goal away from home this season. You've scored none at home. So I've gone for like a 1-1. I think it'll be low scoring.
So from the outside looking in, what do you expect from Villa this weekend?
I'm not too sure. I think the result against Sunderland threw me off a bit because obviously you haven't scored a goal yet. But then you did. There was some bright spells against Sunderland. But I just don't think some of your players can get going. So I'm not too sure. That's a good question.
Okay. Well, on that note, thank you for your time, Albie. We will end it there. I think we've got enough. Thank you for coming on. So make sure to go and drop Albie a follow on Fulham Force on TikTok.
Cheers. Thank you.